Hello, my name is Drew Bola. I am an American from Indiana. Indiana is a small state in America. There are no mountains and no ocean nearby. So when I came to Fukui 12 years ago, I was amazed at how beautiful the nature is here. I've been here for 12 years and I enjoy it very much. Fukui Prefecture is located in the center of Japan. It is easily accessible from Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. In Fukui, you can find beautiful nature, a long, rich history, delicious food, and kind people. There are many experiences you can have here that you can't have in the bigger cities. That's why I recommend to everyone to come and enjoy this great place. When I first came to Fukui, there was very little information in English about this prefecture. So I decided I should write a guidebook about the prefecture. And I did, and released it maybe 7 years ago. It is filled with famous places, but also not so famous places. I think today would be a good day to go on an adventure and find some of the places in the book. Please come with me as we find some of the greatest places in Fukui. Our first destination is Heisenji Hakusan Shrine in Katsuyama City. This is a 1,300-year-old temple in the middle of the Katsuyama countryside. Please join me as I take a look. Heisenji Hakusan Shrine was opened by Taicho 1,300 years ago as a place to worship the spirit of Mount Haku and the blessed water that is brought to the people. At one time, the area was covered with thousands of buildings and was much larger than it is today. However, it was burnt down during a riot in the year 1574. Most of the things that conveyed the appearance of those old days have been lost, but you can still find a spirit of adventure here. Hakusan Heisenji has a very long history, 1,300 years. During that time, it was one of the strongest temples in all of Hokuriku region. But now, very little remains. It's mostly just beautiful nature now. But that is also pretty special. It's quite mysterious and spiritual. It may look like a simple pond, but 1,300 years ago, this is where Taicho met the god of Mount Haku. It's called Midarashi Pond, and it's a very important place for Heisenji Hakusan Shrine. 1,300 years ago, there was no Katsuyama, so this was a very important and mysterious place back then. If you come to Heisenji Hakusan Shrine, I recommend coming here and enjoying the peaceful surroundings. It's a bright but beautiful day, isn't it? One of my favorite parts are these trees that line the road. They're so tall. Much taller than the trees we have in Indiana. Look at how amazing this place is. Some people say that Japan is very tight and closed and claustrophobic, but this place is so big. It's so easy to enjoy it here, even for tall Americans like myself. We call this moss. We don't have so much moss in America, but Katsuyama has a lot of water to make such a beautiful moss garden possible. Around the main hall of worship, a lush, moss spreads out like a carpet under a massive cedar forest that is hundreds of years old. Behind it, there is a stone wall made of huge stones, giving this place the appearance of great importance. The excavation and survey of Hakusan Heisenji Temple started about 30 years ago. Although the survey has recovered only 2 hectares of original land, it still only accounts for 1% of Heisenji's original size. The surveying continues to this day, and I wonder what discoveries will be found next. Heisenji Hakusan Shrine is 1,300 years old. For an American, that is a very, very, very long time. For 800 years, the temple was the strongest here in Fukui Prefecture. It survived the Minamoto clan, it survived the Shiba clan, the Asakura clan, and even Oda Nobunaga. But 500 years ago, it was burned to the ground. All the buildings are pretty new, but the natural setting is still around from the old times. And you have a feeling that history is alive. With the old trees and the beautiful moss garden, I recommend everyone to come to Heisenji Shrine. All this walking has made me a little hungry. That's why I'm happy about our next destination. Let's go eat Echizen Oroshi Soba, a local gourmet delicacy here in Fukui. Today I came to Echizen Soba Village. Here you can not only eat soba or buckwheat noodles, but also try your hand at making them. You can also tour the factory and buy Fukui-based souvenirs. Ooh, looks good, doesn't it? Now, unfortunately for us, we can't eat in the cafeteria. This place is always very crowded. But we could come to the kitchen where tourists have the experience of making soba. And here we can enjoy this wonderful dish. For me, it doesn't matter if it's the cafeteria or the kitchen. Any place is the right place to enjoy oroshi soba. Echizen is the name of Old Fukui, and oroshi means grated and stands for the grated radish placed on top of the buckwheat or soba noodles. Echizen oroshi soba is a simple dish with grated daikon radish, topped with green onions and bonito flakes. Now comes my favorite part, the time I get to eat the oroshi soba. Itadakimasu. The daikon is a little spicy, but it mixes really well with the buckwheat noodles. It's a very simple dish, but there's so much flavor, even though there's just a few ingredients. I really enjoy this dish. It is said that making soba in Fukui started about 550 years ago. The secret of its deliciousness is related to its geographic location. It is said that good soba with a strong flavor is best harvested between the latitudes of 36 to 38 degrees. Fukui is located at 36 degrees north latitude. Therefore, it is one of the best environments for growing delicious soba. Furthermore, the stone milling is done in a traditional way, so the flavor of buckwheat is just as it was from long ago. Whoa, look at this! The best part about the Soba Dojo is it's not just the noodles. You can enjoy all kinds of soba products here. I'm gonna try the ice cream today. This is my favorite part. How good is that? It takes something familiar, like ice cream, and makes it completely unique. I love this experience. Whew! Now that I'm full, I'm going to the south of Fukui Prefecture. I've always thought that the sea of Fukui is very beautiful, and I'm looking forward to spending time touring the ocean in Obama. I have now arrived at the Wakasa Fisherman's Wharf, a wonderful place where there's a great seafood restaurant, wonderful omiyage. But you know, I've already eaten and I've already bought my souvenirs. I'm ready to see the Sea of Japan. So I'm going to take a little boat ride to many interesting places on the Sea of Japan. Will you come with me? Great, let's go. Once out of the harbor, we can enjoy the dynamic scenery created by the rough waves and strong winds along the Sea of Japan. Let's go! So nice feeling, isn't it? I love this. The first thing I saw was Amikake Rock. Amikake means fisherman's net in Japanese. It is called this because the rocks have many tiny cracks in them that look like a kind of mesh. Suddenly, a mysterious rock appears. This rock is called Meoto Kameiwa, or Turtle Lover Rock. This is because it looks as if one turtle is carrying another turtle of the same size on its back. In addition, there are many other natural landmarks, such as Shiraito Falls. The most important thing to see here is Sotomo Rock, which is shaped like a large gate. Think of how much time it took nature to create this. I'm here for just a short time of it, but I'm so happy to be here. I was very surprised to see that there's actually not one, but two gates here. That was very surprising for me. You can find all these small, interesting things if you take the time to look. So I just got done with the boat tour and I have to say I loved it even more this time. It's maybe the second or third time I've done this boat tour, but every time you do it, there's something new to see and enjoy. And it's a wonderful experience. It's a lot like Fukui Prefecture. No matter how many times you come to Fukui, there's always something new to see and enjoy. Thank you. Today, I visited Fukui from the very far north to the very far south. What did you think? From the forests of Hakusan Heisenji Temple to the fields of Echidan, all the way to Sotomo Arch on the Japan Sea. I hope that you can see and feel Fukui's great history and powerful nature that we tried to capture in this video. These were just a couple of my favorite places here in Fukui Prefecture. But the best thing about this place is discovering for yourself all the wonderful hidden places that can be found here in Fukui. I hope you enjoy taking the time and exploring this wonderful prefecture. Thank you so much. See you!